guitar, well half of my face anyways. And today it's all about talking about practicing guitar, creating a practice routine and really just getting something that you try to stick to, because it's an important thing. It's kind of I think a subject that's up for debate with a lot of people. Some people say they just sit down and they play songs, and that's perfect if it works for you. Well, I almost dropped my guitar, that would have been bad. But today it's just, on my side of it is, it's important to have a practice routine. So I can't say so much these days that I practice as much as I probably should, and that's just due to time. Life changes a bunch of things, but if you have the time available to you, really create a practice routine. And if you don't have time available to you, you've got to make time. That's what I do. The time that I get to practice, it's usually really late at night. It might be 2, 3 a.m. and I'm practicing, but no one's just gonna walk up to you and say, "Hey, here's a bunch of time, practice guitar." So you've got to put in just as much effort to find the time as you do to actually do the practicing. Now, the first thing is practicing as far as time. So some people think that unless they can sit down, for an hour or two, or 10 hours, or whatever the expectations are, that it's not worth your time. And that's not true at all. I tell all my students all the time, if you can at least do 15 minutes a night, just to get into a consistent routine of practicing stuff. Maybe, 15 minutes, there's plenty you can do in 15 minutes. And that's usually the most important part of the practice time, is the first 15 minutes. So, let's just say for 15 minutes, just run through chords, hopefully with a more in-tune guitar than this. But, just run through chords and stuff, and really just kind of familiarize with those things. And you'd be surprised how much easier they'll get. And every student who said that they've done it for a couple weeks, or even just 1 week, they've noticed a big difference, a huge change in their playing just from 15 minutes a night. And that's a lot easier to find than a couple hours. So, if you do happen to have a lot of time, or the ability to make the time for yourself, what I have here for you guys, and this is on my like page, so I'll put the link for this down below, in the notes section up top, and you'll see all kinds of pictures here on the screen here in a second. I have kind of a printable workout schedule for you guys. So it's got Monday through Sunday on there, and we have a weekly goal. And our weekly goal is to practice 5 days a week, they don't have to be 5 in a row, and 30 minutes a day, because I don't recommend playing guitar every single day, or practicing all the time, because you don't want to get burnt out. And sometimes the best thing you can do if you're having trouble with learning something is not play it for a while. So we've got 5 days a week, 30 minutes a day, and that's our big goal. If you can't hit 30 minutes, it's not a big deal. Now on mine, I just wrote down some, ideas of stuff for me to work on. I put picking, scales, chords, legato, songs, and free play. My phone going off. But anyways, yes, and then something new. I always try to learn something a little bit new. Whether I'm just listening to something, or if I'm coming up with my own stuff. So, it's really important just, keep challenging yourself, keep coming up with new stuff. So this is printable, it's on my page, you can print it off, and I really would love people just to try to do it for a week. Like I said, you've really just got to put that effort in, find the time, and do this. And it's kind of nice, because when you have this piece of paper in front of you, and the ones I've used, I've printed off in little note card sizes. They seem to be easier to kind of have sitting by you versus a big piece of paper. It's nice you have something physical in front of yourself. You're checking off the days, like Monday I did it, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday maybe, you were busy, you didn't have time, but you did it Friday, and then Saturday, and Sunday's, another day that you didn't have time to do it. And it's rewarding, I think, just as, humans, when we accomplish something, when you see something at the final product, you feel good about it. So when you get this list, you've got all your check marks on there, you've done it for a week, you might feel really good. You go into the next week, and, before you know it, you've done it 4 or 5 weeks in a row, and your playing has probably, tripled what it was before. And that's only because you took the initiative and you put the effort into learning this stuff. So, the next thing about it is, aside from that, it's just, making sure you practice things correctly. I would rather a person practice 2 minutes a night correct guitar versus 2 hours a night incorrect guitar. So, that just means sitting there going slow, really making sure that your notes are clean. Something I'm working on a lot is my economy picking. So when I'm doing it, whoa, see? When I'm doing it, I go real slow. if I wanted to play faster, I could. I would alternate pick it, but that's not the point. I'm working on technique. So it's such an important thing. Practice properly, you know, and again, you'll just see all these benefits from it. It's such a great thing. So this is on my like page. I would appreciate it if you like the page. If you don't, just go over here and, you know, and snag this little workout thing and really try to do it. I really think it'll help a bunch of people. And, you know, if you're like me, when I was first starting out playing guitar, I really had a really structured and strong, you know, workout routine. Of course, I know I was 15 years old or whenever I started playing guitar, and I didn't have a job or any of that stuff. So it's a little bit different. You know, now I have a job, which luckily my job is playing guitar, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I get to practice all the time. So this is on there. Really try to do this. I think it'll help. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Peace out, guys. Rock on, and I will see you with more lessons.